join me again today for another Project Live Catch-Up Friday video. So for this week, I'm mainly going to be using this new Calico Documenter kit from September 2016, which is the latest one I've got, called Lost River. And I'm also going to be using a bunch of products from Elliott Woods, as well as Felicity Jane, as well as the Hip Kit Club as well. The first thing I'm doing here is I'm just picking out this 4x6 card for my title spot there. And I am using these alphabet stickers. So these are vellum stickers from the Studio Calico Documenter kit from September 2016. So I'm just spelling out the word 27. And so I'm just going to have the 20 on the top and then 7 underneath it, just because the whole word wouldn't fit. And I'm just moving that around a little bit just to make sure that all the letters fit onto that space. And now I'm just spelling out the word 7 underneath there. And I really like the color of these vellum stickers. Actually, they're much more red than you would think, because they're vellum. You wouldn't think they would have such a pop of color on them. So it's actually quite bright, which is awesome. And now I'm just adding the dates using my roller date stamp from Project Live, Becky Higgins Project Live. And I am using the VersaFine black ink. And now I am just adding that heart there, that red heart, which is from Studio Calico shop. And the next thing I'm doing here is I want to add some stamping onto this photo here, and I want to keep it quite simple. So I'm just going to be stamping this phrase which says "make it happen." And it is from the Drive Story stamp. So Elliott Woods Drive Story stamp. And I'm using the Stays On black ink. And I believe the color itself is actually called Blazing Red. And I'm just cleaning the stamp. And I use the normal baby wipe first, and then I'm also going to be using the Stays On cleaner as well, just to kind of clean off the kind of stubborn stain, I guess. And then I tend to just rub over the baby wipe onto it once again, just mainly because I was told that this kind of chemical is bad for your stamps, so I tend to just use it a little bit, and then I just wipe any leftover of using just normal wet wipes. So, and now I'm just working out which cards I want to use for those two spots there. And I picked out this card which came from a cut apart sheet from Felicity Jane's Felicity kit. And that is the latest kit that I've got, and also I think it's also the latest that that's on the website. And the next thing I'm doing here is I want to create my own, I guess, 3x4 journaling card. So I'm just looking through a bunch of pattern paper from the Hip Kit Club's, I think. So this one is from September 2016. Sorry, from July 2016. So I'm just going to use this pattern paper here, which is, I think it's a Hip Kit exclusive. And it's actually called Ombre Sky. And I quite like it mainly because there's kind of line part and also kind of almost pattern part, which is kind of the bottom part there. And I'm going to be adding some journaling on the top. But before that, I'm going to be adding some, I guess, embellishments in the bottom portion there. And I picked out this Pink Fresh Studios Indigo Hills chipboard hearts. And these are actually also from the Hip Kit Club, but I think they're from the newer kit. I think it's actually from, believe it might be from the September kit. Yeah. So I stuck that down, so I put on 3 of them, and I called that done for that card. And the next thing I'm doing here is I want to add a bit of embellishment onto this blue journaling card here. And I'm just going through a bunch of stuff. So these Starburst, kind of metallic Starburst pieces are actually from Elliot's Story Kit. I went kind of the other way, I guess. And I'm going to be using these chipboards, which are from the Hip Kit Club's August scrapbook kit, August 2016. And the chipboards themselves are actually from the Dear Lizzie's Saturday line. And I have to say, that's probably one of my favourite stickers or chipboard products ever. I love the text. I love the kind of all the hearts, and I love kind of all the different shapes, and it's just so beautiful, and I love the colors as well, and kind of like almost muted but not too dull. So there are a lot of pink, a lot of kind of black, and light green, and a bit of dark green as well, but it's very kind of, they go together so well. And now I'm going to be adding a die cut piece. So I'm just going through a bunch of die cut pieces, and I decided to go with this one, which says Today. And this one is actually from the Hip Kit Club as well, but this one is actually from September 2016. And I'm just trimming off the excess there. And now I am going to be using a similar technique to what I did earlier with the photo on the top left, where I'm just going to stamp a simple phrase onto a kind of a natural line where, the corner of the room there. And I'm using this stamp, which is from the heart. I think it's from the... Yeah, I think... No, actually... No, it's not from the heart. It is from the Believe Story stamp. So Elliot Wood's Believe Story stamp. And now I picked out this card, another card, which is from the Click Story kit as well. And I'm also going to be using a bunch of these sequins, which are from Felicity Jane's Felicity kit. And the way I these sequins is actually quite simple. I would just use a glossy accent to put a few dots where you want to add those sequins, and I think it would save a lot of time rather than doing that individually. And I think it's also it gives it a bit more precision as well, because you can pick out where you want to add glue a lot easier than putting sequins, just mainly because sequins are so light, you then just move around. But if you have a glue on it already and you just drop your sequin down, it tends to just fall where only sticks where the glue is. And now I'm just adding some journaling. So what did I say? So it was a long time ago, so I can only describe what was actually what I could see on the photo, but I remember where we went, so that was good. So I think I said something like, we went to a cafe Monday afternoon, I took a day off, so we ordered some hot chocolate, and that was great. And then I'm also going to be adding this plastic word here, which is from the Felicity Jane kit once again, and I'm just adding that using some glossy accent here. And the next thing I am going to do is to add some two or three journaling spots here. So I've got 3 pockets to fill for the 3x4, and that's so I picked out two cards. It's actually from a 4x6 journaling card from the Calico kit. I decided to cut that in half, and I'm using one side on one, and then swap to the other side on the right part. And with this one, I've just added some word phrase stickers, which are from the Elliot Wood Story kit. So the red one, I believe, is from the Stuff Story kit. And now I'm just adding some word phrase stickers, which are from the Elliot Wood Story kit. So the red one, I believe, is from the Stuff Story kit. So the red one, I believe, is from the Stuff Story kit. And now I'm going to be adding some journaling onto this card here, which is from Studio Calico Documenter Kit. And what did I say? I talked about the photo just underneath it, and I essentially said something about we went to a place called Port Fairy on Sunday before driving back home. And we had some, a few drinks at our favourite cafe and had some caramel slice, which was fun. And with this photo here, I can see there's a bit of kind of space that I can put some embellishment on the left there, and that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to be adding this chipboard piece, which is from Chick Tag, I believe, sorry, from Bella Boulevard. And it actually came with I think it's from August 2016 from the Hip Kit Club. So I'm adding that down, adhering that down, and also adding these hearts here as well, which are from the Pink Fresh. And with this photo, I am also going to add a bit of journaling, not much. I am actually going to be using another one of these hard piece, and I quite like how it's almost a continuation of a bunch of hearts from the bottom right photo there when this puts into the pocket. And the last thing I'm going to do is I want to create another journaling card, and I'm going to be using this pattern paper here, which is from the Hip Kit Club's July 2016 scrapbook kit. And I'm just kind of adding that pattern paper just down at the bottom. And the next thing I'm going to be doing is add some stamping to create essentially a prompt for that journaling card. And I'm actually using a stamp, which is from the Stuff Story stamp, with this new ink pad that I've got recently, and it's actually from Ali Edwards as well. It's actually called Crafter's Ink, and the colour itself is called Pendleton. It's actually kind of a darkish red with a hint of orange. And I think it's a really nice colour to use, mainly because you tend to, you wouldn't think that, a hint of orange would make things, a colour better, but I just thought that it being a little bit darker, it works really well, and it goes with so many things. And that is essentially it, you guys. Thanks so much for joining me. Here's some close up. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up so I know that you enjoyed it. If you want YouTube to let you know when my next video comes out, please subscribe, and I hope you have a great day. Bye!